Greetings. This is Kilo Echo 8 Alpha Romeo Bravo KE8ARB, and my name is Brandon. Welcome to the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Incorporated PCARS Thursday night 2-meter net here on the K8IV repeater system. I'll be using the club call K8BF for the net. This repeater system also accepts inputs from Echolink, so I'll be asking for check-ins from around the corner to around the world here on the Kent repeater. This repeater is located in Sugarbush Knolls using a PL tone of 118.8 plus Echolink through the K8BF-L Echolink node. I'll be your net control operator this evening. As always, if you have any emergency or priority traffic, you may break into this net at any time. This is a directed net, and all calls will go through net control. You don't have to be a member of PCARS to check in and say hello. Everyone is welcome. PCARS meets the second Monday of each month at 7 p.m. The monthly meeting is held at the American Legion Post 496 in Kent. The post is located at the 1945 Mogador Road. We look forward to seeing you there. The PCARS website is located at www.portcars.org. You can find out more information about PCARS on the website. PCARS also has a number of special interest groups that meet on the club site every Tuesday in Ravenna. Check out the latest award-winning newsletter on the club website for all information on these and other PCARS activities. During this net, I'll take pauses when asking for Echolink check-ins since they have a slight delay in audio. When you check in, please give me your call sign, name, and location. I'll acknowledge each call sign as I get them. Please be aware that the repeater system has a 4-minute timeout, and our Echolink has a 60-second timeout. First, we'll take Echolink check-ins and Echolink only. If you'd like to check into the net, please call K8BF now.
K8BF, here is WB2RPW, Gary in Eatontown, and a very good evening to everybody on the net. And Brandon, how are the cats? And I ask you all the time because I'm a cat guy too.
WB2RPW, K8BF. Gary, we have you in the log here. The cats are doing wonderful. I let them outside in the sunshine today. It's been about 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Fishy, he was hunting a bird, which he thoroughly enjoyed. He was able to hunt the bird from close enough that he probably could have got it, rather than watching through the window like he normally does. Snip was crashed out in the catnip again. He found the catnip plant and he sprawled out in it and took a nap. So anyway, we'll go over to you for comments. What's going on in your world tonight, Gary?
Yeah, K8BF in the group, WB2RPW. Not much. Had a doctor's appointment up in New York City this week, and getting ready for North American QSO Party, CW, on August 2nd. And all that 95-degree heat is coming my way, so it's going to be pretty hot. And as somebody said, you could probably fry an egg on the pavement. But we've been keeping our feet up and sitting in the air conditioning, trying to stay cool. K8BF, WB2RPW, back to net.
WB2RPW, K8BF. Well, Gary, it's great to have you checking into the... I'm glad things are going well. I bet you the pavement is not, so sounds like you got it figured out. All right, we're going to say 73, clear with you, and I will take any other Echolink check-ins. Please call K8BF now.
This is Karen, WB8BIW in Uniontown.
WD8BIW, Karen, it's great to hear you tonight from Uniontown. I've got you in the log. Why don't you go ahead with your comments?
And it's a little warm out there. Actually, a little bit too warm for me. I didn't think I would say that, but the humidity, I think, is what's getting me. Just been doing a lot of watering of the plants, trying to keep them alive. And we also have a cat too, and she just turned 2, and she loves to be outside. And she likes to play with the birds and the rabbits and the chipmunks. And it's been hard to get her in at night. She wants to stay out there, but I don't want her out there after dark. But it's okay. She just likes to go out there and play. And that's about all I have, so back to the net.
WD8BIW, K8BF, well, thank you for joining us tonight, Karen. I can't remember, is Bob going to join us tonight?
UB8OVQ in Uniontown. Yep, I'm here. Yeah, this warm weather is getting me down now. Was out early this morning mowing a semi-wet lawn, so I get it mowed before it got too miserably hot. And, geez, what else do I have for the net? Not much. That's about it. We're both hiding in the cool here, hoping it cools down a little bit. And that's about it. Back to the net. UB8OVQ.
All right. We've got you in the log, Bob. Thank you for checking in. It's great to have you here. And I'm glad you got your grass cut. And I don't know if you can hear it, but the air conditioner is running right above my head fairly constantly. So anyway, we'll say 73s. Thanks for joining the net tonight. It's great to have you. We're going to clear with you, and I will take more Echolink check-ins. Please call K8BF now.
K8BF from W8HFZ.
All right, W8HFZ. I've got your call sign. Please go ahead with your comments, and when you do, could you come back with your name and your location? I'll get you in the log. Thanks.
And good evening. Name here is Tim, Tango India Mike. I am also located in Uniontown, not too far from Bob and Karen. And like everybody else, I suspect tonight, I'm just trying to stay cool in the house with the air conditioner that's running almost constantly. Too hot to do anything outside. I cut my grass on Tuesday because I knew this hot weather was coming, so I'm glad I did that. And I put in a new bird bath in the backyard, and other than that, I played on the radio most of the day inside, staying cool. So, back over to you, K8BF in the net, W8HFZ.
W8HFZ, K8BF, thanks for joining us tonight, Tim. I did recognize your name. Once you said your location, it all clicked for me. I apologize. I should know that by now. So, anyway, glad you got a chance to play radio today. I hope the bands were good. I did not have the opportunity to play radio, so glad one of us was making use of the band plan. So, all right. We're going to clear with Tim, and I am looking for more Echolink check-ins. Please call K8BF now.
W8KFW checking in.
W8KFW, good evening. Good to have you here tonight. Are you on Echolink? I'll just update the log either way, but anyhow, go ahead with your comments.
All right,
righty. Yeah, just checking in. Just came back from the world headquarters there, and just wanted to check in for the numbers and say hello to everybody out there. And that's about it over here, Ravenna Township here. Boy, is it hot. So that's it. That's all I got here. It was a good little ham fest there. I guess a couple of things did get sold. So that is good. So anyways, back to net. W8KFW.
W8KFW, K8BF. Carl, it's great to have you here tonight. Glad you had fun at the Ham Fest. Ethan was begging me to go, but it just didn't work out for us to make it there tonight. So he thinks he left a power supply there, so hopefully we'll be able to make it over to the club site. Anyway, with that, I'm going to take a moment here and identify the net. This is the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Incorporated Thursday night 2-meter net. This is K8BF. And I am looking for Echolink check-ins. If you're on Echolink and like to join, please call now.
Carl was the end of the list, Brandon.
All right, thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. All right, if that's the end of Echolink, I am going to ask for local RF check-ins that have announcement or news for the net. Please call K8BF now. All right, not hearing anything for RF check-ins with announcements. So now I'm going to go to general RF check-ins. If you'd like to check into the net, please call K8BF now.
K8BF, KDAWCK with an announcement. I was a little slow on the pickup here.
All right, I'll allow it, Rick. I'll allow it. So go ahead with your announcements for the net.
And you're all right. I don't care what the rest of them say. I just want everybody to think about Tuesday. Tuesday is our 5th Tuesday SIG. It's the Could Be Anything SIG, and this time we're doing a practice, POTA practice in CW for anyone who is a new CW operator or someone who is recovering their skills on CW. Come on down at 7 o'clock, and we'll have some practice oscillators available for use. Some of them look a lot like 7300s, and we will have question and answer on CW. We'll go back and forth and just do a little bit of practice. POTA is a really great way for a hesitant ham to get their CW skills in, because 99% of the time POTA station gives you multiple chances to get their call sign and their exchange, and almost always will slow down to your speed. So we're going to try to encourage some people to do a little bit of a run through and have some fun. And if you're not doing anything, come on down to the club world headquarters. There is a wonderful flea market going on here, and I don't want to carry all this stuff home, so come on down here. KDAWCK, back to net.
KDAWCK, K8BF. Hey, Rick, that sounds like a lot of fun at the world headquarters, both what's going on tonight. So if anybody's interested in heading down there, it sounds like there's still a lot of stuff to get your hands on. You should go down there. And also, we appreciate your announcement for the 5th Tuesday SIG. You've put together what sounds like a great little get-together, Rick. I'm thinking that folks are going to have a lot of fun there. It sounds like a great opportunity. So, all right, we're going to say 73 to Rick. We're going to clear with him, and I am looking for more RF check-ins. Please call K8BF now.
N8QE, Bob at World Headquarters in Ravenna.
All right, N8QE, I've got you in the log. How about we get a few more check-ins? Please call now.
Whiskey 8, Golf Papa November, Tim and Kent. 8LUT.
All right, I've got a W8GPN, Tim. I've got you in the log, and there was a station ending in LUT. Can you come back with your full call sign, name, and location, please?
Roger, Brandon.
Call is W8LUT. Name is Tom, and I'm out here in Berlin Center near Berlin Lake.
Tom, it's great to have you here tonight. I appreciate that. All right, I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call K8BF now.
8AR.
All right, I have a W8AR. Can you come back with your name and location, please?
This is W8AR. This is Walt in Stowe, Ohio. Over.
Walt, it's good to have you here tonight. I've got you in the log. Let's take one more check-in.
PCARS mobile.
Alrighty, I think I got a K8 COA. I'm not sure if somebody doubled with you, Greg, or if someone, or if you're just kind of getting in the repeater slow. Since you're mobile, why don't you go ahead and go with your comments first?
Thank you there. Hey, Brandon, thanks for picking up the net tonight. Appreciate that. Need a favor from you, so after you're done with the net, get the log squared away. If you can get that to me tomorrow, I need to forward the log after I get it to Tom, WB8LCD, for his 20 check-ins that he's keeping track of for the 20th anniversary. So with that, I was at the Indians game today. They lost, unfortunately. It was very hot. Been a long day. I was at World Headquarters. A lot of stuff going on down there. And I'm almost home, so I'll turn it back to you. And thanks again, 73s, everybody, and be safe and have fun. K8BF, K8TOA.
K8TOA, this is K8BF. Well, thanks for joining us tonight, Greg. Sounds like you had a great day. And I will get the logs over to Tom so he can get his chickens all squared away. All right, we're going to clear with you. We're going to say 73s. We're going to go up to an 8QE. Bob, what do you have for the net tonight?
Yeah, good evening to you, Brandon, and everybody on the net. Having a good time out here at the club site. Enjoying the air conditioning right now. And that's about it. It was a good mini ham fest. And 8QE, back to you.
All right, Bob. Well, we appreciate you checking in. It's good to have you here. It sounds like everybody's having a blast at the club site. Like I said, I wish I was there. So we will say 73 and talk to you soon. I'm going to clear with Bob. I'm going to go down to W8GPN. Tim, what do you have for the net tonight?
Not too much. Doing a good job, Brandon. It's always nice to hear you. And I was working on a trailer that I have and was having a heck of a time finding this specific lock washer for the nut that holds the bearing. And I don't know where this thing came from, but I found something similar. It took me 5 days and bunch of hoopla to go through, but anyway, that's what I've been doing, and just normal stuff around the house. So back to K8BF. Everybody have a good evening. This is Whiskey 8 Go Papa November 73.
W8GPN K8BF. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Tim. Sounds like you have good weather for this, at least. I mean, you know, AC is going to help for sure. We will say 73. Good luck on the trailer. And let's go down to W8LUT. Tom, what do you have for the net tonight?
I'm Brandon and everybody on the net. Name here is Tom, located in Berlin Center, up by Berlin Lake, about 30 miles east of the repeater. Just enjoying the summertime. Been playing a little bit of POTA from my home QTH every morning, and let's see. Oh, and I applied for membership, so hopefully you guys will vote me in here. So best 73s, Brandon, and best 73s to everybody on the net. W8LUT Berlin Center.
W8LUT. Tom, it's great to have you here tonight, all the way from Berlin Center. Glad you are having fun playing POTA. I enjoy POTA a lot myself. I've been getting out there fairly regularly. Been busy the past couple weeks, but been making it happen. If you want a tip here, I have 2 tips for you. The first is if you get 10 consecutive check-ins on the net, you will get a certificate suitable for framing sent to you. So that's kind of fun. The second tip, if you want to make sure your membership gets approved, just make sure you've paid. That will help immensely. Now, I'm not talking about anything nefarious, just the club dues. Anyway, we enjoy having you here, and we enjoy the POTA activations quite a bit ourselves. So anyway, the pleasure is all ours. We will say 73 to you, Tom. We're going to clear with you, and I'm going to move down to W8AR Walt. What do you have for the net tonight?
Oh, really, not a whole lot. This is one of the few, the summertime is the only time I get the opportunities. Tuesday, I'm really busy. I'm involved in a lot of fraternal activities, and most of these take place, unfortunately, on Tuesday evening, so I don't generally get to go on this net, but fortunately, I looked at my email again just 5 minutes before the net started, and I had a free Tuesday evening, so I started.
Recheck.
It seems to be, it's a nice clear net. I like that. I like to hear them really well, and this is a nice clear frequency.
Recheck.
Yeah, I went up. Target said he's enjoying the summer, and I went up to, I put Geneva State Park as a POTA the last Wednesday, I think it was. And boy, the people are really enjoying summer. I just love to see that. It was just wonderful. There were so many people out. It was summer for sure. So anyways, and I made a lot of contacts up there too. So anyways, that's a story there. So very good. Thank you, Brandon. This is W8AR back to the net. Over.
W8AR. Walt, it is a pleasure to have you here tonight. Glad you have been enjoying some POTA. Geneva would be a great one. I really would love to make it up there and do an activation. So glad you've been able to get out and enjoy the summer and do some radio while you're at it. So, as always, it's a pleasure. There was someone who was doubling who would like to recheck. Let's make sure if we have a recheck, we're waiting until we have the opportunity made to us, unless it's an emergency. But the station for the recheck, can you call K8BF now?
OBQ. I just wanted to advise everybody that who's ever at the World Headquarters their audio is not coming across on Echolink. And also we have KF8 TDA on Echolink.
All right, Bob. Well, that is interesting. I appreciate you letting me know. Yeah, you were doubling with another station there. Walt was going, so I don't know if maybe we just have a more general issue with audio. So if there's another station on Echolink, could you call K8BF now if you'd like to check in?
KF8 DTA, Jeff in New Franklin. Just hanging out and listening. No traffic for the net. Thank you for everything you do. And we'll say good night. I'll be listening. KF8 DTA, back to net control.
KF8BTA. Hey, Jeff, thank you for saying hello to us. It's great to have you here. You guys make the net what it is. So anyway, thank you for listening, and it's great to have you. We'll say 73s. I will take a moment to identify the net, This is the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Incorporated Thursday night 2-meter net. The call sign here is K8BF, and I am looking for check-ins.
ACQG, Nick at the club site in Ravenna.
Nick, something happened on your call, and I almost got all of it, but I have you checking in from the club site, and I will fix your call because I know what it is. So anyway, another check-in. Please call K8BF now.
At the club site, and KD8LIR is also here.
That was a spectacular double. You guys, Tom, I've got you in. I got your KD8LIR. There was either a second or a third station. Would that station call come back now, please?
NHWCP, Lincoln Road 7.
Jim in Brimfield.
Okay, I got you guys all in here. We had quite the mess. We've got Jim in Brimfield. We've got N8WCP Mike. I've got you in as well. And I guess I'll take one more check-in. Would you call K8BF now?
November Romeo 8 Whiskey, Russ at the club site.
All right, November Romeo 8 Whiskey, Russ, we've got you in the log from the club site. I'm going to head back to the top of the list. N8QE, Nick, good to have you on the net tonight. What are your comments?
All right, we'll try to get that right. Alpha Charlie 8 Quebec Golf for me here. Yeah, having fun hanging out with some people. Had some fun hanging out with my family recently because it's the first time we've all been together since Hamvention. So it's been a little while for everybody, so all 9 of us. Yeah, we got a couple of weeks of that actually. So and then people are back to college and everything else. So anyway, like I said, having some fun hanging out with ham radio friends in person down here at the club site, and yeah, looking forward to seeing more people at other events coming up. So with that, I'll turn it back to Net. This is AC8QG, clear.
AC8QG. Nick, I don't know why I read the wrong call side. I really apologize. I got you in the log. It's all correct. Great to have you on the net tonight. I ran into Agnes and Ben down at Hamvention, and I bought some tickets to support their trip. I think they were on the trip a week or two ago, so I'm glad you guys are all back together. I'm going to say 73 to you. I'm going to clear with you. I'm going to go down to WB8LCD. Tom, welcome. What do you have for the net tonight?
8BF in the net. This is WB8LCD. Tom at the club site with a whole bunch of other people. We're having a really good time here tonight. Mini Ham Fest. Not so much a lot of buyers, but there was a lot of people with stuff to sell. But anyhow, it all works out. We're having a good time. It's plenty hot outside, and yeah, just a good time. Hey, I wouldn't mind if you got the net log over to Greg as soon as you can, because I want to write something about the 20 for 20 contest that's now ending up its first month with tonight's net. So that would help me out. So I'll say 7-3 to everybody. Have a great weekend coming up. This is WB8LCD back to net.
WB8LCD K8BF. All right, Tom, I apologize. I think I owe you 3 logs right now, and I'll get them over tonight as soon as this is done so we can get this moving right along. I'm going to clear with you. I'm going to ask Jenny, KD8LIR. Do you want to say anything to the net tonight, Jenny?
Hi, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Appreciate you being here, Jenny. Thanks for jumping on and saying hello. It's a pleasure. All right, we're going to clear with you. We're going to go down to N8WCP. Mike, what do you have for the net tonight?
Well, hey, good evening, Brandon, and everybody on the net. Not a whole lot this evening. Just playing a little HF, or kind of hunting and poking right now to see how the HF bands are this late at night. Kind of a busy week work-wise, a lot of road tripping. I think that's going to continue for the next couple days. Hey, regarding the audio issue with people calling in from the club site, unfortunately that that radio desenses the Echolink radio. So that's why people aren't hearing audio anytime somebody transmits from the club site. And I know that we've been making efforts to try to fix that, but quite frankly just can't get the distance from between the two antennas. Other than that, I had an opportunity over the weekend to work the radio contest at the club site. I understand we didn't really do very well, but hey, we gave it a good try. Hey, with that, I'll send it back to Net Control, and everyone have a great evening and weekend, and NAWCP.
NAWCP, K8BF. All right, Mike, I appreciate the heads up. Yeah, I kind of wondered if something like that could be happening, so I saw somebody fiddling with it the other day. Anyway, enjoy the HF bands while they're good. Enjoy the air conditioning, and we'll talk to you soon. I'm going to clear with Mike, and I am going to go down. I believe I have your call sign right here, Jim, KF8ADQ. If I don't have that right, please correct me.
It's KC8RKD, Jim from Brimfield.
I apologize. I had the wrong Jim. Okay. Why don't you go ahead with your comments?
Brandon, everybody on the net. Yeah, I just got off a 10-day stretch of work, and they've been working me 6 days a week, so I haven't been able to do much playing of radio. Like everybody, I've been kind of hiding from the heat and doing some of the projects that I haven't been able to get to inside the house. And then actually was on the internet listening to the different bands today on the SDR radio that I pick up on my computer, and was listening a bit about that, because hopefully this year I can get my antennas, I get my actual HF rigs up and running, but you know, things happen. So with that, 73 is all, KC8RKD, back to net.
KC8RKD, K8BF. Well, Jim, I hope you can get on the air too. If you need help getting the antennas in the air, I'm sure someone in the club would love to help you. Whether it's launching a wire or climbing a tower or whatever, I'm sure we can help you out. So don't be afraid to reach out. That's what the club is there for. So great to have you on the net tonight. We'll say 73s. We'll clear with you. And let's go down to Russ, NR8W. Great to have you here tonight, Russ. What do you have for the net?
K8BF, this is NR8W at the club site, having a great time. We did a little tailgate ham festing, and a lot of good food, a lot of good people, and that's about it for me. So hello to everybody on the net, 73 to everybody on the net, and I'll be clear and listening. November Romeo 8 Whiskey.
NR8W, K8BF. Great to have you here tonight, Russ. Enjoy your evening at the club site. A tailgate sounds like a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to take a moment here. I do believe it's time to identify the net. This is the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Incorporated Thursday Night Net. This is K8BF, and I am looking for check-ins. If you'd like to join us, please call now.
Alpha Delta 8, India Romeo, Agnes at the club site.
88IR, I've got you in from the club site. Who's next?
88FQ, Ben at the club site.
All right, I've got two of you in there. 88FQ, Ben, I've got you in. I also heard Ralph. Ralph, you're barely holding the repeater, so I don't know if you can get moved or maybe bump power or something. But anyway, I will look for another check-in. Please call K8BF now.
Hello, Papa 4 Victor Zulu at the clubhouse.
All right, Kilo Papa 4 Victor Zulu at the clubhouse. I know your name, so I'm going to put you in the log. We've got you. How about another check-in?
Kilo Delta 8, Oscar Bravo Alpha Ken in Ravenna.
K8OBA, great to hear you tonight, Ken. We've got you in from Ravenna. I'm going to head back up to 88IR. Agnes, what do you have for the net tonight?
everybody. I'm having a great time out here at the club site tonight. Just got back from Curacao working Papa Juliet to Yankee like a day ago. Want to thank everybody in our club to help support my brother and I on that. Yeah, that's about it. Alpha Delta 8 India Romeo, back to net.
Alpha Delta 8 India Romeo, K8BF. Great to have you back, Agnes. I'm sure you had a great time. I'd love to hear about it. Sounds like a wonderful trip. I'm glad you guys are able to do stuff like that. It's wonderful. We will say 73 to you, and we will clear with you, and we'll go down to Ben, 88FQ. What do you have for the net tonight, Ben?
Hello, everyone on the net. Like Agnes, I had a great time in Curacao. We made a 9,015 contacts there, which is a new record. Got to meet Isaiah and Josiah, who were a bunch of fun. They were both homeschooled like us, so it was very interesting. I also want to say thank you to everyone for helping support us going on that. 73 to everyone on the net, 88FQ.
88FQ, K8BF. Great to have you on the net tonight, Ben. Glad you had a great time, and congratulations. 9,015 QSOs is a bunch, so that is awesome. Props to you on that, and I'm amazed. So wonderful job. I'll clear with you. I'll say 73s, and Ralph, hopefully you can make it. I don't have your call in the log. Can you come back with your call sign and go ahead with your comments? All right, not hearing anything back from Ralph. Kilo Papa 4 Victor Zulu Mike. Great to have you on the net tonight. Go ahead with your comments.
Hey, Brian, we're here at the clubhouse having some fun, selling stuff, eating stuff, talking to all the people here. We have a good amount of people that show up. Have been a little busy working with my Raspberry Pi and my Linux. That's all have been done this week. Back to you, Net Control. This is Kilo Papa 4 Victor Zulu.
Kilo Papa 4 Victor Zulu, K8BF. Well, it's great to have you here tonight, Mike. I'm glad you're having fun in your Raspberry Pi projects. It's yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in radio that is made simple, I guess, in a little Linux machine like that. So we will say 73. We're going to clear with you. I'm going to go down to Ken, KD8OBA. Great to have you on the net tonight, Ken. What do you have for us?
So I'll just say good evening to everybody. I was down there at the clubhouse a little bit, wandered around looking to see what all everybody had. Well, there's some pretty nice stuff down there. So anybody got a little bit of time, get down there and look. Other than that, there's not a whole lot. I've been doing some POTA over at West Branch, and just basically tinkering around. Staying out of the heat when I have to. If I don't have to be outside in the heat, I stay out of it. But then, the one thing I keep remembering is, you don't think about the area, think about the heat and how hot it is right now. Think January. We'll send it back over to the net. Everybody take care. Have a good weekend. KD8OBA.
KD8OBA, K8BF. You raise a great point there, Ken. It'll be snow and sleet and salt and mud soon enough, and the days will be darkening at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and everybody will be grumpy about that. So get out and enjoy it while you can. I completely agree with you. Alrighty, that brings me to the bottom of the list. This is the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Thursday night 2-meter net. This is K8BF, and I am looking for check-ins. Please call now.
KBATUI.
Joe in Hiram.
Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, ABNMO Andy in Newberry.
Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot W8 HRF Josh in Akron with Baby Will.
And you guys did that just perfectly. We have an entire round of check-ins, and I got you all in the log. Appreciate you doing that. I'm going to jump back to the top of the list, and I'm going to pick up KB8TUI. Mike, what do you have for the net?
This is KB8TUI. I'm here at the club site checking out the Mini Ham Fest. Looks pretty good. And did anybody say that it was hot outside? It's very, very hot outside. So back to net. KB8TUI.
KB8TUI, K8BF. You know, Mike, I think a couple folks have mentioned it. I thought it was great personally. I actually went outside and I rode my bike for about an hour. My bicycle that I pedaled myself for about an hour today. So I actually enjoyed it greatly. So anyway, appreciate you stopping by and checking in. It's great to have you here. We're going to clear with you, and we're going to go down to W8KNO. Joe, what do you have for the net tonight?
Good evening to everyone. Thank you for running the net, Brandon. Everyone's talking about it being so hot and everything. Of course, I'm sitting here in the basement with a sweatshirt on, and this afternoon, my wife, I put out the egg chair and the egg swing, and she sat in that, and I sat on a plastic seat, and we had a little campfire in while we were outside. And other than that, I just worked outside. So it's great. And I'm sorry I missed getting down to the club site today, but I got myself busy and distracted. So with that, back to you, Brendan. K8BF, W8KNO.
W8KNO, K8BF. Well, Joe, you are making me so jealous with your little campfire that you had today. It sounds wonderful. I'm glad you got to do that with the wife, and man, I hope you guys have many more opportunities to do that. I'll say 73. I'm going to clear with you. I'm going to jump down to AB8MO. Andy, it's great to have you on the net tonight. What do you have for us?
All right. Well, I'm thrilled that you got me. Usually when somebody say that's perfect, I didn't hear any collisions, it means that I didn't get through, but maybe in this case that was the case. Well, I heard, Joe, you had a great signal on the input. Your copy pulled through the repeater, about a little noise from Hiram, but you're sounding great up here in Newberry Township on the input. Speaking of Joe, W8KNO, he's going to be our QSL card checker at the Warren Ham Fest, which will be August 17th, 2025, the third Sunday in August. And we've got 33 sponsors donating various door prizes, raffle prizes. And you can get more information at W8BTV.com. Whiskey 8 Victor Tango Delta, or Very Tasty Donuts, whichever is easier to remember, .com. And if you want information on reserving an indoor space, so you can just contact me. That's $10 for a table, chair, and a space, or if you want to bring your own table and chair, it's $5 a space, and there's outdoor tailgating for free. But we don't provide any amenities other than the space for you. But if you want to just come and sell outside on the midway there at the Trumbull County Fairgrounds, well, that's why we got it there. So I thought that was you, Brandon. You're using this deceitful club call site, but it sounded like your voice. So I'm glad I was able to get in there, and hopefully my signal's halfway decent into the repeater. K8BF from Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar. Back to you there, Brandon.
AB8MO K8BF. Andy, it's great to have you here tonight. We really do appreciate you checking in. I made a note here about the Ham Fest on August 17th. More details, you go to Whiskey 8 Very VerociousTangledDogs.com. No, VTD.com. And I'll repeat that later on. Anyway, you sound good. Appreciate you checking in from Newberry. I'm going to clear with you. I'm going to go down to W8HRF. Josh and Will from Akron. Josh, it's great to have you here tonight. What do you have for the club?
K8BF, W8HRF. Good evening, Brandon and everybody on the net. I just happened to be down in the radio room for a second and put the radio on scan and heard you, so I thought I'd stop by and say hello. I couldn't believe, though, that the first thing I hear you say when I turn the radio on, you're sitting there talking, you're using the four-letter word that starts with S and ends with white stuff on the ground and talking about darkness and, geez, that's not that's not for this type of time of year, Brandon. Anyways, good to hear Andy too. That was funny, checking in right after him. But yeah, we're just hanging out with Will, keeping him calm, but right before bed, and hopefully he sleeps tonight. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I will be at the Warren Ham Fest. I think Andy's got me cleaning toilets or something. No, I'm actually the water boy this year. So that's about it. So good to hear you, my friend. I'll turn it back to you. Thanks for running the net. Good to hear you. And I'm going to go take care of this baby. W8HRF, back to net control.
W8HRF, K8BF. Josh, it's great to have you here on the net. Congratulations on the new baby, and I'm glad that you're able to take care of him and take a brief moment out of that time and check into the net. It really is great to hear you on the net. And hey, you keep working hard at the Ham Fest, and one day they'll promote you to chief clerk. Hi, hi. All right, 73, my friend, I'm going to clear with you, and I'm going to take a moment here. I'm going to go over to the club, or the PCARS calendar here. I don't know what day it is today. Yeah, today's the 24th. If you have anything you would like to submit to the radiogram, tomorrow inputs are due. So I know JC would love to have any articles that you have written, whether you're building something, reconstructing something, repairing something, going out on an activation. He's upcoming events. He loves to put that kind of stuff in the newsletter. So if you're of a mind and want to write an article, maybe Agnes and Ben, you guys can write about your trip to Curacao. That would be awesome to have in the club newsletter. I'd love to read about it. And then next week on Tuesday, the 29th, is Rick's Could Be Anything SIG at the club site in Ravenna. He is going to be doing a POTA simulation activation for CW operators. They've got some great straight keys and radios that you can get on down there and practice doing POTA stuff. So it should be a lot of fun. And then coming up next month, we're close. It's going to be August 2nd. We are going to have a VE session at the club site in Ravenna from 10 to 12 p.m. So if you're listening now and you need your technician license, sign up on the club website, the portcars.org website. If you show up there, you can still get set up, but you'll need to get your FRN and everything set up before you go there. If you're going to do an upgrade from technician to general, get it there. If you're going to go from general to extra, we'd love to have you come out. But anyway, that's going to be available on the 2nd of August. With all that huffing and puffing, I'm going to say this is the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Thursday night 2-meter net. This is K8BF, and I am looking for additional check-ins. Please call now.
KW8K, Whiskey Alpha 8, Uniform Whiskey Victor, Doug in Talmadge.
W8UWV. Doug, your call sign takes a lot of focus for me to get right, but I've got you in the log. There was a station that doubled with Doug. Can you come back?
KW8K, Bill in Carter Falls.
All right. This is probably my own bad. I have AW8K, and that does not look right to me.
It's Kilo Whiskey 8 Kilo. How's that?
All right, I appreciate your patience working with me on that one. I have you in the log here. This is K8BF, and I am looking for additional check-ins.
KAB Animal recheck.
All right, we've got Andy in with a recheck. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, I just thought I'd mention the Josh HRF, but we'd rather not scrub toilets. The Hamfest chairman for the Warren Amateur Radio Association's Hamfest we'll gladly accommodate him for next year's Hamfest. Just saying. We'd love to have you be Hamfest chairman. I'd love to be fired from the job. Back to you there, Brandon. This is AB8MO.
AB8MO, thank you for that. Yeah, Josh, I mean, yeah, he makes the opportunity available. What's another club? What's another role? Just jump in. You only have 2 kids. You can handle this, so I kid. All right, this is K8BF, and I am taking check-ins. If you'd like to join us on the net tonight, please call now. All right, things are winding down from the sounds of it. I'm going to go back to KW8K. I believe you said your name was Phil, but I got distracted and I didn't do anything. But why don't you go ahead with your comments tonight?
All right. Yeah, it's KW8K, located in Cuyahoga Falls. I was just outside watering my wife's flowers, the ones at least that are still alive. They haven't been cooked yet. And I have a rig out in the garage, so I happened to come across on the scan, so I thought I'd just say hello. And I want to say hello to Joe. He's been checking my QSL cards for the ARRL, and he's a good man. That's about it. Just hello to everybody, and enjoy the weather if you can. KW8K.
KW8K, K8BF. Hey, it's great to have you on the net tonight. We're really glad you took the time to stop by and say hello. And Joe is a wonderful human being, and every time I go to a Hamfest, I see him rifling through QSL cards. And anyway, wonderful guy. And any friend of his is a friend of mine. All right, we are winding down here. If there's anyone else who would like to check in, please call K8BF now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Alpha Delta Quebec, Joe in Burnville Township.
Hey, KF8ADQ, I've got you in the log here, Joe. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here. Why don't you go ahead with your comments?
Well, to the people who remember from last week, I went on a road trip Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I flew down to the Tampa, Florida area, loaded up my father-in-law's stuff, and drove home, and did pack up and utilize my radio in the rental car on the trip. Had some interesting. I didn't get that many people to talk to, but I did talk to about 3 or 4 people along the way. One of which was a trucker. I find it interesting that this gentleman apparently drives around, seeing how many contacts he can make from his semi. I didn't think that truckers would be interested in making contacts, but I guess that's an area I didn't look into. But I did get invited to 2 other ham clubs along the way in various parts of, I think it was Georgia and West Virginia. Had some interesting contacts while I was in range. Just using the 2-meter call, I did not have the plan enough to put in repeaters along the way because I really wasn't sure what route I was going to take. So I just sat on the 2-meter call, and every 30 minutes I made a call out. And sometimes I got something come back. Most of the time, unfortunately, I was not able to make a communication because it was just too staticky. But as I said, 2 or 3 times along the way, I was actually able to talk to someone for about 5 minutes until I got out of range of whatever station they were on. So that was kind of fun, and had a pretty good job, pretty good time driving on my on that track. So had fun with that, made it successfully, and looking forward to more adventures. So I'll say KF8ADQ, back to net.
KF8ADQ, K8BF here. Great to have you on the net tonight, Joe. I'll take a moment to go through a couple of my own comments because you were touching on some things that I had thoughts on. When I was driving down to Hamvention, I had a couple of the kids with me, and someone passed me, and they kind of waved at me. And I thought, well, I don't know who that is or what they're whatever. But eventually we got on C4FM, and we talked for the better part of an hour, and we were kind of under the impression that no one else around us was running C4FM. However, I mean, we were going a few miles. We were a few miles apart through hills and ducks and everything else. And we got to a rest area, and no sooner did we get to the rest area and say hello and all that other stuff, then two more people pulled up and said, hey, we've been listening to you guys chat. And, well, we said, you should have said hello. But anyhow, funny what a small world that is, driving down 77 like that. It's a lot of fun. It really helps the drive go well. So anyway, one more thing I'll let everybody else know since I'm checking in is I went to the chiropractor earlier this week, and they gave me a stretch to do on my wife's recommendation, and I realized how bad my back had been hurting once the pain was gone from doing this stretch. So I did this stretch, and everything in my back felt amazing again. I can stand up, I can sit down, or I can ride my bike, I can run, I can drive, and my back doesn't hurt anymore. So anyway, I'm very, very grateful. I've noticed that the rest of my body on that side is a little bit unhappy. It felt a little bit odd because it had been guarding my back for so long, and now it feels great. So anyway, pretty excited about that. Let me break for time here. With all that, I'm going to take a moment and say this is the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Incorporated Thursday Night Net. We're winding down here, but I am still looking for check-ins. I am Kilo Echo 8 Alpha Romeo Bravo. We're coming up on that hour mark. I am using the club call K8BF. If you'd like to check into the net tonight, we would love to have you. Please call K8BF now. There was a station there. You brought up the repeater, but we didn't get anything. Do you want to try one more time? All right. It's winded down here. Hearing nothing else, I'm going to close the net. I'd like to thank everyone for taking the time to check in. It's great to have you all here. Your participation is very much appreciated. PCARS would like to thank the K8IV repeater owner for allowing us to use the repeater for the net. I'll now turn the repeater back to regular amateur use. 73, everyone. We hope to hear you again soon. K8BF is clear, and KE8ARB is clear. There's a station out there. I can barely hear you. I don't know if you're, I don't know if you're really making the trip or not. KE8ARB. Oh, I got you, Mark. KC8FQV. Hey, Mark, I don't know if your battery's dead or if you're low on power or what the deal is there, but you're not making the trip real well. So I've got you in the log. Appreciate you taking the time to jump in here and say hello. But yeah, you're real scratchy. So maybe when you get your battery charged, we can get you in the net. All right, KC8FQV, KE8ARB.
K8ARB, WAKFW.
W8KFW, KE8ARB. What's going on, Carl?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here on the computer. I brought up the weather NWS, and just to let you guys know, anybody out there listening, that we do have a line of thunderstorms along the coast of Lake Erie, moving to the southeast. So, if you got anything outside that needs to be buckled down, might be a good idea to go do it. That's about it over here, W8KFW.
W8KFW, KE8ARB. Appreciate the heads up, Carl. Yeah, I closed up the windows in the Airstream, and I better go walk around outside and make sure everything's put away. Appreciate the heads up. I've heard that we're supposed to have rain. They said that earlier in the week too, and we didn't get a drop here. So I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll go check the weather station and see what the barometer says, and maybe I'll give it some consideration then. So, all right, Carl. Good to chat with you. I'm gonna go get off the radio and get some shut eye. W8KFW. This is KE8ARB.
WAKFW from ABNMO.
That's it. I messed up that call sign. WAKFW.
Yes, you did, but I'll forgive you this time. Hi, Carl. I see you activated the ever-so-rare West Branch State Park this afternoon.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, first time I didn't get my 10, but then the second time I got it. Anyhow, yeah, I was there, and I got a hold of Kenny on the Twisted there. And you say, yeah, aren't you going to the club site tonight? They're having their mini ham fest. I forgot all about it. So I had to hurry up, run home, put that station away. I had to pull out 2 more stations that I was trying to sell, and a generator, and took all that stuff up to the website, or the club site.
Oh, very good there, Carl. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear you didn't get the activation in earlier. That's why I usually try to do more than 10. I did that one time. I got exactly 10, and I don't know, one of the call signs that I got was a wrong, invalid call sign, so I didn't get the activation. So I learned to throw in an extra for good measure, just in case that happens again. That was a difficult lesson to learn. So very good there. Yeah, looking at the radar, yeah, you got a line of storms, a big line of storms up in Canada, but that'll miss us. And then the other line that may threaten us, yeah, we got the pop-up, got a little pop-up cell northwest of Marion. Let's see, line of cells near Lorraine, moving east, and another line near Toledo. So yeah, we might get wet. Never know that now. The skies are just about clear over here in Newberry. And so anyway, just wanted to say hi. I worked you on 20 meters. I had to turn on the amplifier for you to hear me. One of these days I'll fix my antenna. W8KFW, ABNMO.
AB8MO, W8KFW. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. I think that once we get that antenna at your fixed up in the air, it would work much better. And I think you were receiving me via ground wave, which is sort of hard on 20 meters. But well, we got it done. It's in there, and it's in with the numbers there. So, all right, Andrew. I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm all tuckered out for being out in the sun and moving those radios and generators around. And so I'm about ready for bed myself here. So it was nice hearing from you again. Nice talking to you. You're 7-3, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, Carl. Sounds good. You take care. Hopefully you can make the Warren Ham Fest here August 17th there. It's just under a month away. So from Ravenna, it's a pretty easy jog. Just right up Route 5 and take it all the way till you hit Elm Road in Warren. So I think it's maybe just a little over a half-hour drive from Ravenna. So hopefully some of you Portage County-ites, if there is such a word, county-ites, can make it over there. I'll catch you later, Carl. Have yourself a great night. It was great working you about 20 meters. And, yeah, it could have been ground wave. I don't know. Part of my antenna so close to the ground, it might have even been NVIS. Who knows? But either way, we got her done. I'll see you later. Have yourself a great night. This is AB8MO.
Okay, Andrew, 7-3. And if I remember, I've got to write it down when we have our next SIG meeting or our next club meeting. I think, yeah, we got another club meeting coming before the Ham Fest. I'll mention it to the guys. And, I don't know, maybe we can get a group to go up there. But I myself, I'll be selling a couple of radios and a generator out of the back of my car. So, all right, we'll talk to you later. W8KFW off and clear.